I'm back. Well, I didn't really go anywhere, but I haven't been recording much since we moved. Um, I haven't uploaded a video in 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. I'm recording this Sunday night, so I assume it's too late, and it will go up tomorrow on Monday. So today, Monday, as you're watching this, it's 2 weeks since my last video, and that was just a little short 3-minute gimmick or whatever of a quick SpongeBob drawing. I've been exhausted. I've been tired. Because especially sometimes I do too much overtime at work in my day job, and I get home and I'm exhausted to the core. Not only that, but I gotta be honest, I haven't really been coming up with any ideas. It's challenging, it's difficult. But if you've been on the channel with me for a couple of years, pretty much maybe not, but if you have, then you know that, this is just a hobby and I do it when I can. Alright, just me being honest with you about that. Anywho, let's talk about some stuff. So Space Jam came out last month, I believe, and I took the time to take a peek at it on the HBO gimmick on that app, and 30 minutes into the movie, and we finally see Bugs Bunny, and it was just so dumb in my opinion once you got to Bugs Bunny, but there was nothing going on. It was too slow paced. It was boring. Just my opinion. So I had to stop watching it. I told myself I'd possibly go back and continue watching the rest of the movie at a later time. And I basically forgot about it. It was not intriguing enough for me to go back and watch the Space Jam 2. Did I mention that I was talking about the sequel? I guess it went without saying, right? Why would I be talking about the classic movie? Obviously, I'm talking about Space Jam 2, the new legacy. Well, its legacy is that it's pretty dull, not interesting up to the first 30 minutes of the film. I probably won't go back to watch the rest of the movie. There's other stuff though on that app that you can enjoy. Some shows that I watched there that I found was Ghost, and it was pretty good. I liked it. I ended up watching all 2 seasons in the span of like 3 to 4 days. And I finished that series sometime last week, I believe, and it was pretty funny. It's a comedy. It's a TV series from the United Kingdom. It's an English British comedy series. In fact, season 3 is gonna be starting soon, and then once that season is over, sometime after, it'll go to the HBO app, because it gets released on whatever England channel or whatever, and then once it's been released, eventually they'll update the season on the app. You know how it is, similar to what Netflix and other apps do. But it's comedy. It's entertaining. I liked it. And I was pretty entertained. I took a chance at the show, and it paid off. I ended up finding a new show that I enjoy. And if you know me, I don't put everything over. I usually have a negative response. Why is this here? I usually don't like most shows. It's very challenging for me to find something I do like and recommend to you all. So if you have the HBO Max app, go find Ghost, and I recommend it. It's entertaining. So much entertaining that they're already working, and they're gonna release a American version of this series. They're gonna release an American reboot of this series made here in the US. So I already saw the trailer for the American remake, and I gotta say, United States, you need to stop rebooting UK series into the American version. It never plans out good. It was a failed attempt at making the United States in-betweeners. It's gonna be the same, just as horrific. I saw the trailer for Ghost American version. It's gonna be horrible. Okay? Stop turning UK series into American series. It just doesn't work the same. Their style of comedy is actually funny. Okay? It's not political, that's why. They're not afraid to say certain things. Like in American versions, it's always dumbed down and turned down. And that's why I always just stop it. Okay, just air those shows in American TV. Okay. Another show, Zapped. Yeah, that's on the HBO gimmick. And I liked it. Zapped is a comedy as well, also based on UK series. Hopefully they don't try to remake it in America. That's gonna be a fail as well, probably, if they do. It's funny, okay? It's not that funny, but it's entertaining enough for me to like this. And I know that most of these shows you may not like. I understand that, okay? Maybe just a few people here in America would like these shows. I'm just giving you my opinion of it, okay? This. And we saw the Suicide Squad a few days ago. Maybe it was last week during my time off. And I gotta say, it was pretty goofy. My problem with it is that, okay, the comedy that James Gunn did with the Guardians of the Galaxy when he was working with Marvels, that kind of worked, right, with those characters in Guardians of the Galaxy, with Drax and them being comedy characters. But in the Suicide Squad, which is the sequel to the first Suicide Squad, to me it's like they're not funny. John Cena is in this movie, whoever else is in this movie, they're not funny. Everyone's got this stupid dumb gimmick. Why does everyone have to be goofily idiotic? Why? It doesn't work. Maybe one, maybe two characters could be stupid dumb, but not everybody. It's too much. It's overdone. You need different personalities so the idiots stand out and it means something. I just thought it was horribly written and produced. They're trying to dip too much to be funny, and they're not funny, in my opinion. And I thought, me and my wife said it too. It was too, what was the word? Not idiotic, what was the word she said? I don't remember, but it was too goofy, too ridiculous. That's the word she used. Ridiculous, with the whole starfish that looks like a gummy bear walking around like a giant, and the starfish in their face turning into zombies. Sorry for a little spoilers here. And it was horribly written, and from my perspective, it was too much, too many, everybody's dumb. Even King Shark, who's supposed to be a threatening, intimidating, badass character. Go see how they produced that character in the Flash series. Go see how they produce King Shark in the Arrowverse on the CW network. He wasn't a goofy character in the Suicide Squad. He's goofy, he's dumb. To me, this may not sound politically correct, but to me, he looked like he was a special needs child, like he was um, a Down syndrome kid, boy, child. That's how he came across to me. He, no one had a brain apparently there, and the reaction to some stuff was like not believable. It's it needed a little bit more seriousness, especially to some different characters. Everyone has the same dumb, literally dumb personality. You need varieties of characters, and that's why, in my opinion, that movie wasn't good. So if you want to know my opinion, that's my opinion. Hey, you don't have to take my word, but if you were wondering, that's how I feel about it, and you decide whether you go and watch it. I mean, was it entertaining for the wrong reasons? Perhaps it was entertaining. If you can make fun, if you can sit there for the last 40 minutes of the film and laugh at it, because this to me came across as a parody film. Like it was a parody movie making fun of superhero films or action films. You know how they do the scary movies series, and then they had the date movie, and then they had the epic movie, and then they had the destruction movie or whatever. That's how it felt. Like this was they had a superhero parody film as well. That's how it felt. Like it was a parody of the suicide. It was stupid to me. To me, it was dumb. Okay? Now, this is not a TV show and movie review show. This I can talk about anything and anyone. I can talk about family and and talk bad about them if I want to, if I choose to. I can talk about whatever, right? So that's clear. Um, I'm going to talk about something other than what's on those movie apps. Um, the reason we moved, in case you're interested, was because it got too much having to go up and down all the time with the groceries and other stuff. And it just became too much exhausting. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Another reason is that horrible neighbors. Horrible, horrible to the core, horrible neighbors. Very disturbing neighbors. Um, so yeah, we just didn't have like the neighbors. I mean, most of them were okay, right, in the apartment building, but there's about two of them that were just filthy, dirty. The parking lot smelled horrendous. Um, they would leave a lot of garbage out, and it was nasty. It's just horrible. Okay, and the area was too ghetto, and we needed to advance to a more better location. To be honest, we didn't belong there as far as financials goes. We The reason we were there is because I was, first of all, I was underpaid in my previous job. Um, Not just me. There was a lot of people there that should have been paid at least a few more bucks um, than they were, and also because I was owed money by my employer, which is one of the reasons I got out and got another job. Um, but that's besides the point. I bring that up because that is why we were in that low budget area of living. So we came to, now that I got this other job um, in May, I was able to gather more money to support my family, me, my wife, and our daughter. So that's why we were able to move, and that was the main reason. Get away from that area that was too ghetto. We can hear gunshots at night a few times out of the week. Um, so yeah, and there's very loud disturbances after midnight. I mentioned before the ice cream truck, but there was also music playing from around the corner houses, and just a lot of disturbance. And it always had a fire police come by nearby, a few houses close to those apartments. So we just had to get away, right? We just had enough of that location for 3 years, and we just had to move. All right, and this is a much better environment when we step out. It doesn't smell like a porta potty. It doesn't smell like garbage. There's no animal feces everywhere. There's no stray animals running around. And the neighbors has been peaceful so far in the past month that we've been here. So it's all been good so far, and it's also at a much better location. There's no ghetto-ness around these blocks. Okay, so that's one of the many reasons, and the main reasons we moved. I just thought I'd share that with you. And I had other stuff I wanted to talk about, but I don't want to make this too long. And I just wanted to, I did say, right, why I didn't upload for 2 weeks, but I'm coming up with fresh ideas. I'm trying to, and I'm gonna have some. I don't want to say, because if it turns out not to be true, not to happen on time, then yeah, I don't want to say. But yeah, thanks for listening. I'll be having more different type of videos out on the channel pretty soon. And basically a lot of it is for kids, because I know that's my audience. I assume that's my audience. Yeah, yeah, I look at the numbers, and most of my audience are kids. And why would it be when I open toys and play with toys and I draw cartoons and all everything about me is childlike? So it makes sense, right? Um, so yeah, I want to do more type of these videos where I just talk, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm not very good at coming up with conversation when it comes to talking to myself, and I don't have anyone to commit to doing a show with me. My brother probably won't commit, so I have no one else to ask to do a show every week. Plus, I won't have the time. Yet again, this is just a hobby. Anyways, I'm gonna go into another conversation that I wasn't supposed to. So thanks for listening. Check out my channel. Check out my other channels. They're all in the description. There's playlists you can check out. Go to the channel tab to go to my other channels. Check out whatever you can if you have the time. Thanks for the listening. Thanks for the subs. And I'll see you pretty soon. Vlog you later.